Hi and welcome back to my A to Z of wedding planning. I'm Andri Benson of Always Andri Wedding Design, London-based creative wedding planner. So this week we're carrying on with my little A to Z, and I'm kind of using two words today. I wanted to talk about O for overwhelm and options. I think they're quite connected, so I thought it's quite good to kind of look at them together. One of the great things about planning your wedding these days is just the amazing kind number of options of things that are available for you when you are planning your wedding. But as great as they are, they can also be incredibly overwhelming. So just a sort of few tips to have a little think about ways you can kind of help decrease that overwhelm when you are looking at all the options. I think I've got a live viewer. I think it's that Valentina. Hi, Valentina. So what I really want to say is I think it's great to have those options, and don't ever forget that you have got lots of options. So don't be afraid to look out the box when you're considering sort of things that are going on in your venue. So what sort of tableware there's available. There's so many things now. You can have different types of crockery and cutlery and glassware, chairs. I'm a big fan of really choosing the chair that's appropriate to your venue. Hi, Valentina. I think that's something that's a really good option that's out there now, that you can actually have a chair that is suitable to the venue, the kind of vibe that you're having on your wedding day. And sometimes even just like the smallest change can just really make everything feel so just a bit more personalised, a bit more kind of meaningful to what you want for your wedding. But obviously with so many choices out there, it can be really overwhelming. So I would say try and, when you're looking at something, sort of take it step by step, look at things sort of one by one, and maybe sort of break things down to maybe like the best of three, because this is how I do it with my clients. I never give them more than maybe three options for when they're making any kind of decision. So whether that be a supplier, a kind of a hire item, that sort of thing. Very much just sort of stick it to kind of three. Three very much is a magic number when you're styling, and magic number when you're looking at options. So I would always say, you can have a long list, but kind of try and quickly kind of narrow that list down to maybe three options. And then I think that really helps sort of reduce that overwhelming feeling of like, oh my God, there's so much choice, what do we do? And then I think it just makes it a lot easier. Like I say, there's so many lovely options available to you. Don't feel like you have to have them all. Again, maybe just pick three elements that you want to change. So you might not be able to have like a full set of tableware that you're hiring in, and different crockery and cutlery and that sort of thing, and linen. You might not be able to do all of those options, but maybe just think maybe one or two things you can change. So maybe you can just add a nice coloured water glass, or just change your napkin colour if you can't go all the way in terms of what you want to change. So so that's what my little tip is for today, in terms of sort of trying to reduce that overwhelm. Narrow your options down, maybe think of it in terms of threes, because that's quite handy, but don't forget there are lots of options out there. It's just a case of kind of restricting the overwhelm and narrowing down what those options are. Well, I hope that was a helpful tip this week, and I'll see you next week. Take care.